as the only civilization in the world that has been around for more than 4,000 years. Ancient, modern, pluralistic, deep, whichever words you choose to describe China and its culture, all of them can show us its alluring charm.
That's the average cow in Brazil. We found old-fashioned product.
The China of today has already established itself as the fastest developing country in the world. 1/5 of the world's population is Chinese. Standing at the center of the world stage, this great country and its people are filled with a desire to communicate with the world. More and more foreigners are filled with a desire to come here to travel, study, work and live.
It's okay.
牛头剪得非常好。
Good. Good. It's because I had such a wonderful teacher.
The people living in the different regions of this beautiful country all have their own unique customs and etiquette. I invite you to come along with me to understand a region of China and experience a different culture. Let us walk into the life of its private citizens and listen to the true Chinese story.
I'm so stupid.
放松啊，放松。哎呀，对了，外国。
I am an English teacher at Guanghua University in Changchun, China. Because I was born in the year of the horse of the Chinese lunar calendar, a friend of mine gave me the powerful sounding Chinese name, Ma Jun. 15 years ago, I left my native South Africa and came to China to be a teacher at this university.
We're going to let us read. No.
I love teaching, enjoy the feeling of being in class, and am willing to be friends with students.
我觉得他工作特别认真，有的时候放假呢，他也在寝室里面出卷子。当我们有什么活动的时候呢，他也就是帮我们维持秩序什么的。
假期的时候怕我们会累啊什么的，就不给我们布置作业。然后他上课怕我们无聊，会偶尔讲几个小笑话来逗我们开心。
男生特别少，他就故意找我们男生开那种玩笑，然后就让我们都气氛很活跃起来。但是他作为一个老师，他工作上也是很认真负责，他一个人负责要整个系的那个英语作业，他是工作量非常大的。
I never thought that I would stay in China for this long. Even though after 15 years of living in China, I still cannot speak Mandarin, I have been able to adapt to life here and am used to the customs of the people. I have made China my home. Life here is very convenient. Within a 10-minute walk from my home, there is a small shopping center where I can buy fruit, vegetables, noodles, and any daily necessities needed.
对不起，肉。
过去那就是白的，
一个两个。
一个对两个。
啊 ，OK，谢谢。
白骨。
It's inside。
会呀。
长衣
呀。
对。
长衣呀。
对。
香肠那种啊。
长衣
是不是？你到外边那个卖香肠的就有，对门就有卖做香肠那个东西，到那嘎一问长衣他就知道了。
长衣。
Here I can even buy casings to make South African-style sausages.
Be careful.
Actually, I've used too much oil. You want to take a photo, but I've used too much oil. I'm not a great cook.
And ingredients needed to make the kind of fruit tea that I like to drink.
This is some tea from Nanfei, and you can get it on Taobao. It's called red bush tea. It's very good. It doesn't have caffeine. I really like it very much.
踏寻纷呈的民间文化，碰撞异域相融的火花。
哦，
一场文化瑰宝之旅。
Now this one looks like a shopping trolley. Very special, very valuable. In South Africa, we value handmade articles highly. So to me, this is something very, very special.
从南非到中国，已经20年的外籍教师马军，与你一起留在中国。
After coming to China, I became extremely fascinated by Chinese folk arts and crafts. Changchun, a well-developed city, is in Jilin province, which is located in the northeast part of China. It is a place where many ethnic groups live together. Their folk arts and crafts are colorful. In this film, I am hoping we can see and appreciate these beautiful works of art and the stories behind them together. Let us start from the folk craft work of the Manchu people. The Manchu are the second largest minority group in Jilin province. The Manchu established the final dynasty of China, the Qing dynasty. Northeastern China is the birthplace of the Manchu, so there are many original Manchu cultural relics here. The culture of Northeast China is mainly the product of the integration of Han culture and Manchu culture. Although the main body of the Northeast regional culture comes from the Han Chinese, the Northeast culture is also deeply influenced by Manchu culture in many aspects, such as the language and social customs of the people who live there. An example of this is the so-called three great oddities in the Northeastern folklore.
窗户纸糊在外，养个孩子吊起来。18岁的姑娘吊着大烟袋，大姑娘为什么吊大烟袋呢？这是给老人敬烟，拿着手绢这么擦一擦，然后敬给你，你抽的。客人来了，大姑娘也给客人敬烟。所以说，给这个姑娘啊，就养成一个大姑娘为什么抽烟的这个习惯了。养活孩子吊起来呢，满族人都在农作的时候啊。不敢把孩子放在地下，怕叫野兽给吃了。然后呢，把这个孩子给他放到这里，摇起来，孩子就不闹了，他就可以继续干他的工作了。
Did they use any special handmade little blankets for the baby?
对，都是手工做的。
Manchu embroidery is a style of embroidery with its own distinctive ethnic characteristics. It is based on traditional embroidery techniques, which were inherited from the Han people of the Chinese Central Plains.
满族的词语当中没有刺绣，没有那个布帛的时候，咱们这头这个满族人，他是用皮革把这个皮革绞成那个绞尖的图案。然后再粘在另一张皮革上，再给它缝制上去。这个呢是满族的纳纱，纳纱分满绣和活绣。活绣呢就是把这个纱它不都全都绣出来，它留了一部分空间，就像这个图案一样，它留了一部分空间。满绣呢是把整个整个的这个颜色色彩的线绣到这个图案上，绣到这个画面上。 大纱在全世界都有，各地都有大纱，但是咱们这个纳纱呢，要比外国、比那个哪的都要精致。
When I look at it from far, it looks as if everything was cut out of different pieces of cloth and then maybe stitched or glued to it. But when I look at it at close, I can see that actually those are many individual stitches.
刺绣呢，其实呢，就是说，也是展示这一个女人这一生的故事。她从小几岁开始，她就学刺绣，然后呢，当她出嫁的时候，她这些都是她陪送嫁妆送到婆家去的。
Oh, yeah, that's just what I wanted to ask. That actually, for a girl at that time, this was very precious.
对。
And the girl's work, was it then passed on to her child?
她这个就是满足她做嫁妆嘛。然后呢，她到婆家以后啊，她先把这个拿出了一部分，敬送给她的长辈，还有的兄长，这叫善香。
Manchu patch embroidery is a branch of Manchu embroidery which is mainly popular in the rural One of the most interesting things is a game that used to be played by children in northeast China. It is actually a traditional game of the Manchu called Gala, which means kneecap in the Manchu language. The game pieces were usually made of sheep bones. It just made me think, what do we need today to can enjoy ourselves? And many years ago, they only had this, and they could have a wonderful time as family, maybe as friends together, just with us. Try it. It's challenging.
大型文化纪实栏目《天地长白》，行走于长白山三江流域之间，以记录为语言，持续展示着吉林的壮美山河与地域文化，续写着吉林人的平凡生活和动人情怀。2018年8月，天地长白即将开启崭新的吉林文化记录之旅，一系列原创纪录片整装待发。他们将以更加多元的表现形式，更加丰富的选题内容，更加深厚的人文情怀，继续向全世界展示吉林的风土人情，深情呈现白山松水的岁月和今朝。
China as the only civilization in the world that has been around for more than 4,000 years. The China of today has already established itself as the fastest developing country in the world. I invite you to come along with me to understand a region of China and experience a different culture. Let us walk into the life of its private citizens and listen to the true Chinese story. The culture and ethnic style of the Manchu has been blended into their folk crafts, forming their own national characteristics. Besides embroidery, the Manchu also have their own style of paper cutting. The theme of many Manchu paper cut works is Manchu image cutouts, showing Manchu customs. The forms are clumsy and the cutting technique is rough. In 2008, Manchu paper cutting was included in the list of China's intangible cultural heritage. In 2009, it was listed by UNESCO in the list of intangible cultural heritage. Jinweijin is the Manchu paper cutting successor of Jilin province. Heard along the river during the Qingming festival, the 12 fair ladies of Nanjing, Ginseng doll, and other works have won gold medals in competitions many times and have also been on display in Japan, Canada, the United States, Singapore, and other countries. In Jinweijin's studio, we also completed a paper cutting of an ox head.
你看，这是鼠，你看鼠、牛。刚才我给你剪的形象啊，虎、子鼠、丑牛、人虎、卯兔、辰龙、巳蛇、牛马未羊，这12生肖，这是我们中国的12生肖。
This design, is it your own design, or is there like a classic design?
不是，这些都是我自己的设计。这幅作品是叫萨满，这是满族文化的代表性作品，这是萨满翘神祭祖，这是大神，这是那个副神，这是萨满的那个小神在一起跳萨满舞。这一块是萨满树，叫神树，上面这是祭祖宗牌位的一些祭品。
It's difficult to cut out such ever-changing patterns on a piece of paper with scissors, and even more unthinkable to tear them out using only one's hands. This is Zhang Jie. He is the successor of Changbai Mountain Manchu paper tearing, which is another of Jilin Province's intangible cultural heritages. He taught me how to use my hands to tear out a simple paper man. He tore the paper casually and easily, but when it was my turn to try, my hands felt as if they were not listening to the commands given by my brain.
Now this one looks like a shopping trolley.
他说这个好像一个购物车。有轮子就更像了，就是下边要是再有轮子的话。撕纸就是这样，你可以通过一个图形联想出很多形体来。撕很简单，最主要的还是头脑的想象。
Yes.
对。
Yes. Now this one looks like a shopping trolley.
踏寻纷呈的民间文化，碰撞异域相融的火花。一场文化瑰宝之旅。
Now this one looks like a shopping trolley. Very special, very valuable. In South Africa, we value handmade articles highly. Certainly, this is something very, very special.
从南非到中国，已经20年的外籍教师马军，与你一起留在中国。
Embroidery, paper cutting, and paper tearing. These ancient Manchu folk crafts need to be passed on to future generations. A good way to pass them on is to have them taught at schools. These children learn Manchu's hand-tearing skills in the school. And at the same time, they also gain an understanding of Manchu folk customs and historical stories.
I saw some of the children can work very, very fast. They did it. And when I tried, it was slowly. But I look at them, they feel so comfortable, so relaxed, just happy and just going.
他们也经常用撕纸来表达自己的这个心情。当他们特别快乐的时候，他会撕纸撕。你看到他作品，你会感觉到他很快乐。
像我撕的这个，这底下撕的是宝，因为我感觉这个小葫芦像个小胖宝宝似的。这个底下这个能打起来。
You show it for the camera.
What needs to be passed on is not only the ancient folk handicraft, but also the language of the Manchu people. This Manchu school is located in Baishan City, Jilin Province. It has been almost 10 years since the founding of the Manchu school. Here children can study the Manchu language and Manchu texts that are in danger of being lost and forgotten.
Nanfei. Yes. It gave me a free feeling. The feeling I got for writing was very free. And also writing from the top to the bottom. It's a new experience. And I like that.
You see.
You see.
塞韵。
西塞韵。
你好。
西撒韵，西撒韵，
撒韵，
韵，西撒韵。
你好。
好，你好。西撒韵。
In these modern times, there are few people left who can speak the Manchu language, let alone write the Manchu script. The Manchu language is an important tool to study Manchu history and culture. Saving the Manchu script would be to retain a key to open the gates of history. Jilin province is a gathering place for people of many ethnicities. Besides the Manchu, the horseback culture of the Mongolians has always been of great interest to me. The Mongolian nationality has a very unique musical instrument, the horsehead fiddle. I have always wanted to see it firsthand. The melody is very beautiful, with the long, thick sounds of the horsehead fiddle. I feel as though I am in the vast, vast grasslands. My heart is very quiet, and I have a slight feeling of sorrow. Walking around the night market on Hefeng Street in Hangzhou, I feel the relaxed and bustling atmosphere and see all kinds of Chinese folk crafts. Hangzhou, a city with a history of over 2,200 years, is one of the 8 ancient capitals of China. It is home to many historical and cultural legacies. At the same time, Hangzhou is also a modern and open city. The rapid development of its economy, its efficient traffic system, and its global synchronization of culture and fashion give Hangzhou the atmosphere of a modern metropolis.